Welcome to Clean With Me podcast. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Ronnie.
This is a podcast where we literally walk you through cleaning your house step by step. So let's clean together. Hey everybody, this is Jessica, and if you're new here, what we do is we walk you through cleaning your house step by step. I do episodes on Wednesdays, and my mom does episodes on Mondays. And basically we offer a little bit different perspective on things. I have young children and I have teenagers, but I'm like in a different stage of life than she is. She's got grandkids going on, kids going on, works full-time from home. So basically me and her have been through a lot of different phases in our lives, and a lot of different cleaning phases and a lot of different situations, whether we're working, staying at home. We've both been stay-at-home mothers. We've both been single, with roommates. We've both lived alone at some point. Basically, we've been in all different stages of cleaning, if you will. So our goal is to just share with you guys what we've learned along the way, the things that help us, accomplish our goals, what we've done badly. My goal is to help you learn from my mistakes and help you get on track a little bit faster than I am, because I still have bad days. Everyone's going to have bad days. I still am not the perfect housekeeper by any means. Just ask my husband. I try really hard, but, some weeks are really good, and then I have off weeks, and that's normal, and it's life, and life happens. And sometimes life is hard, but that's what we're here for. We're here to talk you through it, let you know that you are not out of the ordinary if you're having trouble. If you really love cleaning and you're a really good cleaner and you just want someone to walk you through cleaning to help you keep on track, maybe you have trouble just keeping on track with your day-to-day stuff, we're good for that as well. You don't necessarily have to be a bad housekeeper to listen to the show at all. I'm just, kind of throwing myself out there. If you saw my car, you'd be like, Jessica, which reminds me, I'm going to do a car bonus episode because I need a car overhaul. I was really good about it for about 10 minutes, and then, definitely need to clean my car again. But moving forward, today's episode, I want to do a speed clean. Someone is coming to your house, and you want to just get everything clean, looking as good as possible, as fast as you can. So we're going to get right into it. I've talked about this before, but even when I do speed cleans, even when I'm in a hurry, I always try to do a load of laundry. If it's possible. Like if I'm out the door, if this is somebody coming over to your house, obviously you could do a load of laundry because you can do the laundry switch. You don't want stuff sitting in the washer. But if you're doing this 15-minute speed clean because you're trying to get out the door to go to work or something, you don't want those clothes molding. So if you have something in the washer, you can move it to the dryer at this time. But if you don't, and you're just trying to clean up really quickly because someone's coming over, or you want to pretend someone's coming over, I do this thing sometimes where I pretend like, okay, if someone were to come over right now, would they be totally disgusted with my house? And then I'll clean up really quickly and like pretend like someone's coming over. Or I'll play friend roulette and I'll invite a couple people over, and they may come over, they may not, and I'll use that. I'll be like, hey, you want to come over in like an hour? And then I'll clean my house as if they're coming. And then it helps motivate me. I obviously have issues getting motivated, as you can tell. But I've talked about that before, and my mom listened to that episode, and she was like, that's really odd, but I mean, if it works for you. I'm like, actually, it really does. I said a lot of my friends are really busy, so it's like, rolling the dice on whether they'll actually show up or not. So I just use that to help motivate me, But if you don't have laundry, or if you do, go ahead and do the laundry switch, and then we're going to move on to when I'm doing a speed clean, I do things a little bit out of order. In our typical episodes, it's a little more structured, and I like to start with the kitchen, the dishes, and then move on. But since we're doing a 15-minute speed clean, we are going to start with the kitchen area, but what we're going to do is throw away trash first. So I want you guys to just gather all the trash from everywhere, and we're going to go as quick as we can, just urgently throwing away any trash, leftovers. And, maybe your guest or pretend guest is going to grab a glass of water from the fridge, grab a bottled water. Is your fridge a complete disaster? Maybe you need to throw away some leftovers really quickly. Just because we're doing a speed clean doesn't mean we can't be thorough. We just have to be thorough quickly. And we're not doing a lot of organizing. We're just throwing stuff away. Because, especially in my house, it could go 0 to 100 in 10 minutes. My kids can trash my house. They can get home from school and my house will be destroyed, within 10 minutes of them coming home. And, that's just kids. It'll look really bad. It'll look like a disaster, right? But in reality, once you get into it and just throwing the trash away, putting the toys away, just putting things back in order. Kids just like to move things around, take things out of cabinets, leave cabinet doors open, that sort of thing. Once you kind of just get it back into order, it really doesn't take that long. So that's what I'm trying to channel here. And let's say, maybe you just made a big mess getting ready right before work and you're like, I don't have time to clean up this house right before I go to work. It's just, or take the kids to school or whatever the case may be, where you have 15 minutes to where you're listening right now. It's not going to take as long as you think it is. And this is what I've learned. Instead of getting discouraged by thinking there's no way I'm getting this house clean in 15 minutes, I just start and see how much I can accomplish in the 15 minutes, and I make it a game. How clean can I get this house in 15 minutes? And I've said this before. I have a few friends that are really great housekeepers, and I get a lot of my material from them and a lot of my day-to-day cleaning stuff from them because they are just very cleanly people. They have very good habits. And they've told me before, and I've mentioned this before, they say, wow, Jessica, and just be throwing away all the trash in your kitchen, dining room area, floor included, while I talk. And when you're done with that, you can do a quick empty, reload, and run if you have time. If you only have a few dishes in the sink, like say you have a breakfast mess, lunch mess, something that's not super messy. If you have a big pile of dishes, then just throw away the food and do a pre-rinse and put them in the sink, because we're just going to do a quick getting out of the house kind of clean right now. Now, if you do have a pile of dishes and you have time to do it, then you can definitely do it when the episode's done and listen to a kitchen episode, because I often do have a big pile of dishes, so can totally relate to that. But for the sake of the episode, just be throwing away trash and getting at least the trash and food off of your plates and dishes and such. Big pots and pans, leave them to soak while I talk, things like that. But anyway, my friends that are really good at cleaning, they always say, Jessica, you clean your house, because they'll come over and I'll be like, hold on real quick, let me clean. And I'll just run around, zip around my house and do one of these 15-minute cleans. And they're like, you make your house look really clean really quickly. And I'm like, it's kind of a negative thing. They see it as a positive, but I'm like, the reason why I clean so well so fast is because my house usually is in disarray, and then when people come over or are coming over, I just zip around really quickly to clean it up. So that's where I learned that talent. But it does come in handy for days like this, or for when you're trying to get out the door really quickly. So anyway, I want you guys to, once you've picked up all the trash and let things get to soaking, and done a really thorough pre-rinse. That way we're not even if we don't have time to do all of the dishes, we're still not leaving things to grow mold and leaving nasty food in the sink. I want you guys to get wiped down happy, and same thing that we typically do. I want you guys to get whatever your preferred thing to use to wipe down countertops, whether that be, disinfecting wipes. For kitchen counters, I like to use just a wet rag and some either hot soapy water or a cleaning product. It just depends on the day, really, and how messy it is. If it's not really messy, I just use hot soapy water and wring it out and, use a basic rag. But when I say wipe down happy, I mean wipe down anything and everything, because, again, just because we're speed cleaning doesn't mean we don't have to be thorough. When I say speed clean, I mean we're not doing a deep organizational, pulling everything out of cupboards type of a clean. We're going as fast as possible. We're using the 15 minutes as a guide, but we're also trying to be as thorough as we can in the amount of time. We don't want to shortcut, because I'd rather you guys not get as much done and put things away where they go, because when you take shortcuts, it just makes more work for you in the long run, and then you'll be irritated by yourself later on if you, throw everything in a closet or something, for example, and then you have to deal with the closet later, or you can't find your clothes, etc. And while you're wiping down countertops, don't be afraid to wipe down cabinets. My lower cabinets always have little fingerprints on there. This is kind of, I don't know, I'm telling on myself, but sometimes when I'm in a hurry in the morning and I'm using my little beauty blender to do my makeup or whatever, I'll have makeup on my fingertips, and then I'll be rushing to get out the door with the kids. That is when I actually care enough to put makeup on to take my kids to school, which is rarely. But anyway, sometimes when I'm rushing, I will leave little fingerprints, little brown fingerprints from my makeup on the cabinets and stuff, and our cabinets at this new house are white. So those are things that I'm looking for when I'm doing my crazy quick wipe down and my speed clean. I'm looking for little fingerprints that I've made on, the cabinetry, the little cabinets down low where my grubby fingered kids are getting plates out and stuff like that. So, chairs in the dining room might be sticky, the back of the chairs, just things like that. Just thoroughly wipe down, and then I want you guys to do a little spot sweep if you brushed anything onto the ground and didn't catch it in the rag. That way we're not tracking things into the outer areas. And then I want you guys to move on to the living area, and we're just going to straighten that really quickly. So first thing you see when people open the door, I want you to focus on that area right now. Let's fix the rugs, make sure that all the pictures are not crooked. Those are little things I look for. Look through the eye of a guest. And I'm kind of in this mode right now because no one's birthday is today. And for those of you that have been listening and are curious, just be doing the same thing we did in the kitchen and the living area. Look from your entryway forward and pick up just anything you see that's out of place and put it away where it goes really quickly. Fly to the bumblebee, just go crazy all over the house, the living area, pick up, put away, pick up, put away. And then, fix pillows, fix cushions, put things where it goes. If my couch tends to shift a little bit, so I might straighten my couch, fix my rocking chair. These are just my specifics for my house, but whatever works in your house. In your specifics, I might fix my little knickknacks. My kids get into my knickknacks sometimes, my little decorations, and mess them up. So I'll just fix those really quickly and just kind of make the house look like it's supposed to look. Just put everything back to normal. And if you're doing a little 15-minute speed clean multiple times a day, if you have a bunch of people in your house or messy kids in the house or something like that, I do a speed clean throughout my day. This isn't a one time a day speed clean. I'm constantly picking up. This is my whenever I get a moment, or even if I don't have a moment, but I just need to straighten things up really quickly. And the more you do these 15-minute increment cleans, the easier your 1 hour full deep cleans are going to be, because the basic 15-minute, the basic pickup, wipe down, vacuum, that's going to be already done. So I want you guys to make it a personal goal. And I'm making it my personal goal, and this is something that I've been working on myself, to do these 15-minute speed rescues, outer area rescues, if you will. My mom used to call it a speed clean outer area rescue when we were kids. Before her clean with me days, she still had the cleaning jargon. She'd be like, empty reload run for the washer and dryer, and then she'd be like, or the dishwasher, and then she'd be like, outer area rescue now. Anyway, so she's always, made up little lingo and things for cleaning, her own little language. And while you're picking up, this is another reason why I love the hand vacuum, man. I love that thing for my living room, because when my kids get little crumbs everywhere, or there's crumbs on the couch or on the rug or whatever, I could just vacuum it right up. And same thing after you're done doing your speed pickup, and if you do need to do a little sweep, you can. If you didn't have time to do the floors, because I know I didn't give you a lot of time, if you don't have time to do the floors, at least do like a little spot sweep. If you do have time, then maybe you don't have time for a full mop, but you could do like a little Swiffer. Or if you don't have a Swiffer and you just need to get a couple areas, just wet a rag with some hot soapy water, maybe some product, and put it under your feet and just, wipe it up. You don't even have to get on your hands and knees, if that's not comfortable for you or something you can do physically. Just kind of walk around scrubbing it with, I put a rag on each foot and I just kind of walk around if I'm in a hurry and get the bad areas, you know what I mean? And that's obviously when I'm just trying to get out the door or just doing a quick, because you don't want to do a full-on mop like 5 times a day. And those of you that have small children or just messy roommates, or just a messy household with people that are often messing up the house, whether it be you have a lot of visitors, a lot of traffic in your house, or, teenagers with friends coming over all the time, whatever the case may be in your house. Maybe you're getting a lot of in and out traffic because the kids like to play outside and they're dragging in dirt, whatever the case is. If you get little footprints and stuff that just need to be cleaned up, but you don't want to fully mop again and again and again and again, you can either, use a Swiffer or something, or just, like I said, use the rag method. It's a nice quick way to just get the little smudges and footprints. And to close, I just want you guys to straighten your guest bathroom. So the bathroom that your guest would use, if you only have one bathroom, then it would be that bathroom. But just straighten it, put all your things that you use to get ready that morning, or, your brushes, your makeup, your hair things, straighteners, what have you, dryers, blow dryers, wrap them up, wrap up the cords, put them where they go. I'm all for having tons of different organizing baskets underneath my kitchen cabinets. That way it makes things nice and easy to put it away and to find. That way I'm never late because I cannot find something. I used to be that person 100% of the time. Not being late, but just I was always on time, but I was always stressed because I was always not being able to find things when I was about to leave, right? I don't want to be anymore. So once you're done straightening your bathroom, again, if you have time to do a full sweep, vacuum, mop of your house, do that. If you need to do some major cleaning, please feel free to listen to another episode. And what I want you guys to take away from this, the main point of this episode is I want you guys to work on maintaining your house so that your 1 hour cleaning sessions, your main cleaning sessions, your cleaning days, your days off that you're devoting to cleaning, you get to do the organization, the deep cleaning, and you don't feel like you're constantly behind. The more of these little 15-minute rescues, however you trick your brain into doing them, maybe you just have more motivation than me, hopefully. I don't have a lot of motivation to clean, so I've been doing a lot better lately, but I like thinking it more as a game. I'll even set a timer sometimes because that's a great thing to do for teenagers or kids or middle schoolers, that you set a timer. How much can you get done in 15 minutes in your room? That motivates me too. I'm an adult. I'm almost 30, and I'm not afraid to say that if you set a 15-minute timer, and that's what our podcasts are to me, because, I'll look at the length of the video and be like, or the podcast, and I'll be like, how much can I get done in this 30-minute podcast? Let's go. So just think of this 15-minute podcast, 20-minute podcast as a tool to you, and use it to maintain. You might have to do this outer area rescue multiple times a day, but the more you maintain and just quickly straighten up the house and keep it straightened instead of waiting until it's a complete disaster and then getting overwhelmed and kind of putting it off, which is what I used to do, and I'm trying not to do that anymore. It's a lot easier, I've felt, on myself. And also, you don't have to be afraid of someone showing up at your house because you're doing these 15-minute quick rescues all the time, so your house is always, decent. I'm not scared for someone to pop in right now at this second because I've been doing my little 15-minute rescues every so often after the kids make a mess. So thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you got something out of this today. And I hope you will tune in on Monday for my mom's episode. If you are not doing the bonus episodes yet, you can sign up for that. My mom and myself both do the bonus content. My mom does more episodes than I do, but I'm starting to get more into it and do more episodes. And those are a little more personal, a little more into our lives. And I got sidetracked earlier, but just before we go, I'll give a little quick update for those that you're wondering about my daughter. I went a little bit off topic, and I went to say it earlier, but I didn't. But we had a bunch of tests done on her on the 17th. The little one whose birthday is today, my 4-year-old, they said that she had 2 bad stomach things in a row. It could have been food poisoning the first time. They don't know because I didn't take her in the first time. I just thought she had a stomach bug. Or it could have been a really bad stomach bug. But she got sick, really sick twice. And it just happened to be a similar illness and one without a fever. But they said they had been seeing a lot of GI things at the same time. At that hospital that didn't have a fever with it, and they said that it just kind of stripped everything in her stomach and all the good bacteria was gone, and it just really messed her up. So that's why she was vomiting regularly and had the diarrhea and all that stuff. I know that's poor thing has gone through it, but she's finally getting better. I've been giving her tons of probiotics. I put her on a diet. It sounds weird, but not a diet, like a just healthy diet that consists of more foods that are going to make her more solid and good for her gut health, So she's doing a lot better the last couple days, and I want to thank everybody that sent their well wishes and prayed and stuff, and a couple of you messaged me with ideas of what it might be and stuff, and I really appreciate you and your thoughts and everything like that. She's doing a lot better. Thank you guys, and as always, happy cleaning.